Welcome to IQD Dinar News, your go-to source for the latest updates on currency exchange rates, revaluation news, and insights into the Iraqi dinar. Stay informed and ahead of the curve with our timely analysis and breaking developments. The Iraqi Central Bank, CBI, holds regular auctions where it sells US dollars. And on Wednesday, its sales surpassed $225 million. According to an official statement, the CBI sold a total of $225,689,107 during the day's auction. These auctions are part of the central bank's regular operations to manage currency exchange and ensure the availability of foreign currency, particularly US dollars, in the Iraqi economy. In terms of how the sales were carried out, the CBI used different exchange rates for different types of transactions. For documentary credits, which are used in international trade to guarantee payments between buyers and sellers, international settlements of electronic cards, such as payments made with international debit or credit cards, and foreign transfers, money sent from one country to another, the exchange rate was 1,310 Iraqi dinars, IQD, per US dollar. On the other hand, for cash transactions, which involve the direct exchange of physical money, the exchange rate was slightly lower, at 1,305 IQD per US dollar. This small difference in rates is typical, as different types of transactions often involve slightly varying exchange rates due to factors like transaction fees and the method of exchange. The Iraqi Central Bank, CBI, held a currency auction on Wednesday, where it sold over $225 million in US dollars. Specifically $225,689,107. This auction is part of the CBI's strategy to manage currency exchange and support the value of the Iraqi dinar. The bank used two different exchange rates in this auction. For transactions such as documentary credits, which are used in international trade, settlements of electronic card payments, and foreign transfers, the rate was set at 1,310 Iraqi dinars, IQD, per US dollar. For cash transactions, the exchange rate was slightly lower at 1,305 IQD per dollar. Most of the US dollars sold at about 96%, or $246,939,107 were used to increase balances abroad through transfers and credits, showing the priority given to international dealings. In contrast, only $8,750,000 was sold as cash, making cash transactions a much smaller part of the auction. Among the participants in the auction, one bank bought US dollars in cash, while 14 other banks focused on international transfers to strengthen their foreign balances. A total of 15 exchange and brokerage companies participated in the auction, helping to facilitate these transactions. The majority of the dollars sold in the auction were not for immediate cash transactions but were instead aimed at increasing balances held abroad. In other words, the bulk of the dollar sales amounting to $246,939,107 were used for transfers and credits to foreign accounts. This represented 96% of the total sales, indicating that most of the dollars sold were not in the form of physical cash handed over in Iraq but were sent abroad to bolster foreign currency reserves or to settle international obligations. In contrast, only $8,750,000 of the sales were in the form of cash transactions, a relatively small portion of the total. In the auction, just one bank purchased cash dollars, while 14 banks participated in purchasing dollars to increase their balances abroad. This shows that the demand for foreign currency, particularly US dollars, was primarily driven by banks looking to strengthen their foreign reserves rather than by individuals or companies seeking to exchange cash. A total of 15 exchange and brokerage companies took part in the auction. These companies play a crucial role in facilitating currency transactions between the central bank and the wider economy, ensuring that the dollars sold in the auction are distributed to where they are needed. Their participation in the auction reflects the demand for foreign currency in Iraq and the ongoing efforts by the CBI to manage the country's currency needs. The Iraqi Central Bank, CBI, conducted a currency auction on Wednesday, where it sold over $225 million worth of US dollars. Specifically, the total amount sold was $225,689,107. The auction was part of the bank's efforts to manage currency flows and support the Iraqi dinar. The central bank used a base exchange rate of 1,310 Iraqi dinars, IQD, per US dollar for transactions such as documentary credits, used for international trade, international settlements for electronic cards, and foreign transfers. However, for cash transactions, the exchange rate was slightly lower at 1,305 IQD per dollar. The majority of the dollars sold were intended to boost foreign balances through international transfers and credits. In fact, $246,939,107, or 96% of the total sales, were allocated for this purpose. In comparison, cash sales only accounted for $8,750,000, a much smaller portion. Out of all the participants in the auction, only one bank purchased US dollars in cash, while 14 other banks participated to fulfill requests related to increasing balances abroad. In total, 15 exchange and brokerage companies participated in this auction. Helping to facilitate this auction is part of the Central Bank of Iraq's ongoing efforts to stabilize the dinar's exchange rate and manage liquidity in the financial system. By holding regular auctions and controlling the supply of dollars, the CBI can influence the exchange rate between the dinar and the dollar, which is crucial for maintaining economic stability in Iraq, especially given the country's reliance on imports that are typically priced in foreign currency, especially the US dollar. The difference in rates for various types of transactions reflects the different costs and risks associated with each type of transaction. In summary, this auction highlights the CBI's role in managing the flow of foreign currency into and out of Iraq, with most of the dollars sold being used to bolster foreign balances rather than for domestic cash transactions. The high level of participation from banks and exchange companies underscores the importance of these auctions in maintaining liquidity and stability in the Iraqi financial system. Thanks for tuning in to IQD Dinar News. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more updates on the Iraqi dinar and global currency trends. Hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. See you in the next video.